Oh my goodness. All right, so we're here doing the show. We're going to look at some headline news. Um, have a screen in front of me here. It's halftime of the Michigan and Alabama game, and here we go. There's nothing in the news. I tried doing prep during the football game, the first half, and it was just nothing I cared about. I don't know if that's me, the mood I was in, but either way, whatever happens with this show, whatever happens with in the news, it won't get me down. I'll move on with my evening. You're doing fine with your evening. There's Washington and somebody else playing tonight. Uh, After this game. So we'll watch that game too. Having a great day. Remember, every day is a great day for you. It is not a sad day. It's not an upset day. It's not a day for you to be upset with everybody around you because of what you read in the news. Be kind to people. Be loving to people. Be super warm to people. Don't be cold. Don't be cold. I mean, how more directly can I say that? Don't be a jerk. Don't be an idiot. Don't be cold to people. All right? Let's have a good time with your neighbors, with your coworkers, with your family, with your friends, with just folks you see as you're taking a walk or you're at the grocery store. Be a good human being, not a good person sometimes, not somebody who does something nice now and then. A really good human being, and the news should not change that one bit. Follow this channel. I am not your leader. You do not love me. You're not in love with me. I am, it just means you're thanking me. Thank you. A courtesy. It's a thank you. You hit the follow button, you leave it there. You leave it and you let yourself I don't know. It's a good for my numbers. You don't take it away. You leave the thing there. It stays there. The numbers go up, and that's a good thing. I'm on Rumble for a reason. You're on Rumble for a reason. We both really like this Rumble site because why? It's a free speech site, right? You can talk about all sorts of things, and you know that you are listening to both sides of the story if you want to. You know that other people are not trying to hide things from you, censor things from you. Those sites are not good social media sites. They're not protecting democracy. They're not protecting information, misinformation, disinformation. They're trying to shut down information from getting to you. All right? And you don't want to be on those sites. You don't want to click them. You don't want them to get money. You don't want them to have advertisers and sponsors paying big money for you to see and click on those sites. You want that on Rumble, so do I. So please support your Rumble content creators. Make an email address, right? Make an extra email address if you're worried about that. And then start following, start liking, and putting a lot of clicks into Rumble. That helps them encourage more people, even more than the lots and lots of people, lots of content creators, a lot of watchers, a lot of listeners are listening and watching to Rumble more and more all the time. And it's because of you. It's because you adding to the numbers and making it attractive for sponsors and advertisers. I am not any shareholder whatsoever of Rumble. I'm just somebody who doesn't want to give clicks to Facebook, Instagram, whatever type of snap this, snap that, Tiki-Taki or Tiki-Taki, the Chinese site. All right, the Chinese site that's grabbing all your information. I don't do those, folks. I had some accounts on TikTok. I got rid of them. Okay, so let's move on with this story. We're going to look at some news and we're going to move on with our day. A very happy time can be had when you move on with your day kindly, lovingly, warmly after you've read tragedy in the news, war in the news, political ideas you don't like in the news, and just the flat out stupidity of a bunch of people who somehow they get in the news. So let's talk this. We're not going to do, yeah, we will. We're going to play Bad News Duck for you.
I'm a silly duck. I spend my day clicking on clickbait. I read every word of every story, and I believe what is written and said. I'm a bad duck with nothing important to do. Are you a bad duck like me?
No, I'm not a bad duck like you, not in any way, shape, or form. Let's smile. Let's get through this. It's going to be annoying. I guarantee you these stories are dumb, but it's going to be annoying. But we'll get through them and we'll move on with our evening. A great evening, a great dinner, a good night's sleep. That's what we do with our life. All right? Biden rings in a new year with a bunch of people. Black, Hispanics, young voters don't like him. Okay, so this is a story that has nothing to do with the new year, has nothing to do with New Year's Eve, nothing to do with New Year's Day. It was just an old story they decided to throw in because they didn't want to work today. They just didn't want to work. So there was a poll that didn't happen today. I guarantee you, I'm not going to click on the story. I'm sure it didn't happen today. New York City men, I don't care what New York City men are doing. Move on. This is not a Ukraine war. This is a Russia war. Why do you take the victim and call it a war named after the victims? Right? It's sort of like the Hamas war. It's a Hamas war. It's the ones who are committing the war, the one who invited someone unwillingly into the war. There you go. Right? So it's not an Israel war. It's not a Hamas war. It's not a Hamas-Israel war. It is a Hamas war. It's not a Israel-Hamas war or a Hamas-Israel war. It is one thing, a Hamas war. This is one thing, a Russian war. I don't care what Putin said in his New Year's address. I don't care what Zelensky says in his. I'm moving on. My day is important. New Year. I had a great day. I super did. I mean, I had a fantastic day. I had gifts for people. They appreciate it. They were just fun gifts. Some home baking. Can you believe that? Judge Wyld home baking. I can't believe it, but I did it, and they love it. Bourbon balls. Look up a recipe for bourbon balls online and really, really enjoy life. Make bourbon balls and share them with your friends. New year, new CEOs. Don't care. Do I care? No. Am I going to have friends who are going to say, hey, did you see that new CEO for PepsiCo? No, I don't. I don't care. We're moving on. Boston hospitals don't care. There are babies born every day. Babies born today have nothing to do with your life. Yeah. Lottery. Lottery is an advertisement. When you see a story about a lottery, all it is an advertisement for the lottery. So there's two stories about lottery here because they're trying to advertise lottery. Drama. Let's create drama around the lottery. The answer is no. I'm not going to click on it. You create drama all you want about that. You want to create drama about people going into cold water? Is this the first time we've heard about this? No. We knew people are going to walk into cold water. I see people in cold water all the time. All right? All right. I live out on the coast. I see people going into swim in cold water all the time. It's not a new thing. It's not a story. It's not a story. Editors are lazy today. They had nothing to do today. They didn't try to find news. They didn't try to report news. They didn't try to edit news. They just slapped any old stuff that they prepared a few days ago, slap a picture on it, and throw it in front of you. I don't care. Get rid of the pictures. Key part of Netanyahu's judicial reform struck down by Israel's Supreme Court. I'm sorry. I'm just not following the Israel Supreme Court. I'm just not going online and looking up the cases that they're going to talk about, that they're going to decide about. It's something wrong with me that I'm not looking at all the Supreme Courts for the countries in the United States the countries in the world that have them. I'm not doing it. All right? I'm not going to. Move on. This is how you look at the news, folks. This is how you get through it. You don't listen to a talk show that talks one subject for 15 minutes and then the next subject for 15 and the next for 15. Well, a bunch of commercials in there. All right? You don't do it. You don't have 5 people all saying what they think about one story. They repeat each other. I agree with you. I agree with your point. I agree with Bob's point over there. You know, the answer is no. You don't need to waste your time watching shows like that. They say nothing. They tell you nothing. They just give their opinions. You can go through the headlines pretty quickly yourself. You can see what they're trying to do to you with how they write the headlines, how they're trying to trick you into clicking this way and that way. That's for you to determine, not for 5 people sitting around a table telling you, interpreting what's going on. No, your opinion is the only one that matters. A mom vanished in 2012. Move on. A missing Chinese person was found. All right, fine. Move on. Addicts have to tell you something. Do you want to listen to what an addict has to tell you? No. We're worried we're going to get high and we're going to die. Or we're worried we're going to get high and be paralyzed. That's what addicts are saying. Did you need to know that? No, you didn't. Move on. October 7th attack way back there. Oh, no. Israel killed a commander who helped lead October 7th. We've seen several of those stories lately. It's nothing you care about today, All right, we're moving on. There's weather. There are floods. If it happens on the east side of the country, you get a whole lot of news stories about it. I don't know why. If somebody wants to look at the weather, they know how to do it. They don't need to have a national news story about the weather. A 10-year-old killed another 10-year-old. So they found a gun in the dad's car and shot the other 10-year-old. Not good. All right? You have to know how to store your guns. I get it, but rarely are you going to need 1 second time, like a quick reaction in 1 second, shoot somebody dead. All right? Somebody's attacking you. Somebody's put you in imminent harm. You're going to be ready for it. You're going to have to do something else than have loaded guns laying around. All right? Figure that out. An old chicken dies. No one cares. By the way, there's a kickoff. I don't know who kicked to whom. Second half of the Alabama-Michigan game has started. The second half. It's I'll tell you the score in a second if you're behind. Biden forgot that he likes ice cream, and Jill had to jump in there like a nagging wife, I guess. Alabama's ball, 1st and 10 on the 14-yard line. It's a running play. It's throwing out to the right-hand side. Down, tackle, 2-yard gain. Senator Fetterman, don't care what he says. Do you care about what he says? I don't. Times Square, forget it. New York City, we don't care about what happens in New York City. This show is over. Have a super day. Go through the news really quickly. Don't dwell on the tragedy. Don't get all upset and down about it. Have a wonderful time. Be a good person around everybody else. Remember, last hour was the hour before this hour, right? Happy new hour to you. Every hour is a fresh start. Alabama, 1st down, 12-yard gain, running play up the middle. There you go. Every day is a brand new day. Yesterday was just whatever it was. Was it a good day, a lousy day? You decided this morning whether you were going to have a good day or a horrible day. You don't wait for a New Year's Day to happen and then try to make resolutions. You can start another fresh 365 days any day you choose. You can choose your birthday and say the year after my birthday, I'm going to change this. Make your birthday's resolutions. You don't have to make New Year's resolutions. Pass out of bounds. 2nd down and 10, Alabama still on their own side of the football field. All right, that's it. I'm going to go watch this game. I'm going to watch the Washington game. I forget who they're playing. And you too will be nice and kind and loving to everybody in your life. Your coworkers will be glad to see you tomorrow. All right? Have a good evening. Listen to our previous shows. They're not all as crazy as this one is, but there was nothing in the news to talk about. I'm not going to drag it out any further. Wow. Next subject. Football game.
You need to move on to the next subject.
Oh, yeah? All right. 1st down, Alabama. Another 12-yard gain. See, there it is. There it's on the phone. You can't really see it, but that's the game that's going on right now. The show's over. I just finished the show, and I'm going to go watch a football game. That's the whole thing. There was nothing in the news. If you just showed up, there was nothing there for you to care about. The next show we do is tomorrow morning. It's the shopping show. We'll be over on Silly and Fun. Like this channel that you're on right now, and tomorrow morning you will show up on Silly and Fun. That's a Rumble channel, Silly and Fun. Let's see, a 9-yard gain, Alabama, kind of a pass out to the sideline, and then a run up 9 yards. The Alabama and Michigan game is on TV right now. I guess it's ESPN. Yep, not ESPN 2 or 3 or 1 or news. It's on ESPN. Have a super evening. Somebody say you love me so I can get out of this live stream. A run, looks like about a 7-8 yard gain. Alabama 2nd down, and no, 1st and 10. That was the first. Oh, good for them. Anyway, let's see. Where's my bye-bye? There's the ladies. I love you. All right.
I love you. Bye.
I love you all. Bye.